All right, greetings here. Jimmy Leslie, Frets Editor and Guitar Player Presents Coordinator at Guitar Player. Here with Rick Beato. We're doing a Guitar Player Presents event here tonight at the Presidio Theater. And Rick has been kind enough to sit down and take a few questions. It's kind of my chance to interview the interviewer here. And some of the stuff that I get asked, we're gonna ask you, except for, of course, we're leaning into your universe, the YouTube universe. And so is there a particular video that kind of was the big bang for this that you could point to and say, that's the one that put it on the map, and maybe why? What people responded to?
You know, I kind of cruised along when I first started in 2016, getting I probably about 10,000 subscribers a month, but I didn't have one. I did not have a viral video for years. Literally years.
It was a real.
It was so gradual. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could not tell you what if I had a video. Yeah, I did this video in 2019. I had about 6 viral videos in a row. All these guitar intros, bass intros, drum intro videos that I did. I did about 6 of them in a row, and they were massively big. One of the acoustic guitar intro videos got over 20 million views. I mean, they're really big.
I like that one.
Yeah. So, I did them all back to back. Mm-hmm. And that was in 2019, 3 years into my channel. I already had 1 million subscribers.
Right on. So it wasn't one thing, it was more of a groundswell kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Right on. And so everybody's trying to bottle this magic. Mm-hmm. What do people need to know? What do most artists or YouTuber guys, wannabe guys that want to be Rick Beato, what do we get wrong? What do we need to know?
I just have my philosophy, which is make videos on things you're interested in.
Yes.
And that's it. That's my only rule. So I make videos on things I'm interested in.
Well, and lucky for you, you're interested in all kinds of stuff, and you can actually relay these interests very, very well. Right. Okay. Well, what about guitar players specifically? Because one of the things that trips me out is how many guitar players, or just artists in general, have come in and just start doing my job. Everybody's got a podcast now. They're all just interviewing each other all that time, you know? But is there a particular guitar player or two who you think is really good with their YouTube channel that puts out content that you enjoy watching?
My friend Tim Pierce.
Yeah.
Rhett Shull, who got me into it. Rhett was my intern. And I watch a lot of guitar channels. But those two guys are two of my really close friends, and I talk to them all the time. I watch their channels all the time. And so,
okay. And what do they do so great? What do you like particularly about each one?
Well, they will talk about things I'm interested in. Like Rhett does a lot of gear demos.
Yeah.
And then Tim tells stories about, he just did this breakdown of this Goo Goo Dolls song, Iris, that he plays. Right. And he played the mandolin part, he plays all these parts on it and everything. And he interviewed Rob Cavallo, who hired him to do it. And it was just a great video because it's really like a historic video on a historic song.
I see. And one of the great things about your format and watching you do this, as a guy who's been doing it for 20 years, largely in the print medium, over the phone, sometimes it's on site, but you are always sitting next to the player. Right? In the room, right? Watching their fingers. And first of all, watching even just your new lesson promo that you've got going, you really know what you're doing. You can play the guitar well. I mean, you're going up and down all the different positions. You can do all the different intervals. You can just boom, 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 arpeggio scales, whatever. You know your stuff. So who are the cats that you've sat next to who you watch their fingers right in front of you, and it just blows your mind, and you go, I could never get my fingers to do that. Who's the most mind-blowing technique guys?
Technique, Billy Strings is amazing.
Yes.
Mateus Asado, Matteo Mancuso, these guys are phenomenal. Tim Henson, Tosin Abasi. I mean, all these guys can play insane stuff. There's the greatest technical players are alive right now. These young guys that have grown up with things like YouTube and there's so many great ways to learn off of off YouTube, for example, just because you can watch the people. You can watch the actual people play this stuff. Like you said, I sat down with David Gilmour 2 feet away from him, and I see David play, and I realized he's got massively big fingers, you know, and it's like, whoa. And
this just happened.
yeah,
Right. I can almost still sense the glow coming off.
Yeah.
Like, you got to sit right there with David Gilmour. And so there you go. You notice things like this that you might not notice. You've watched him play 100 times.
right. And I don't know. And some of
video.
the stuff is like, how did I not notice this before?
Right.
But a lot of times you can't see. I just interviewed Neal Schon today here, and Neal, I've watched Neal play 1,000 times, but you can't tell what people are doing unless you're right next to them, really. Like his right hand, even today watching him, he showed me how he holds the pick and how he picks and everything, and he kind of uses it at an angle. But he's so relaxed. And he told me that his first guitar teacher told him that he had drew a circle on his pick guard as Les Paul, and he said, keep your pinky inside that circle.
Oh yeah.
And he's just so relaxed with it, no matter how fast his picking chops are sick. I mean, he just rips. And he always could do that.
Yeah.
But watching it up close, you can really get a feel for it.
So another one would be the sound. It's one thing to hear a recording if you're watching a show or if you're listening to a recording. It's another thing to sit in the room with David Gilmour at his place with his stuff around. So how about tonally?
Oh, I mean, that was unbelievable because he has all the original. He's playing through all the original gear that he used on these famous records. When you hear that Benson echo and he he's demonstrating, his whammy bar and everything, it's just like, wow. And it sounds pristine. I was going through like 5 different amplifiers right near me.
Did you get to play it?
I didn't. I try never to touch anyone's instruments.
They've never done that to you?
No. Even if they do, I'm like, I don't want to. I've had people hand me things.
It's happened, right? Eric Johnson did that. You're friends.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
he had us all set up, gave you his guitar and said play, and you're like, oh my God, that doesn't happen.
I had Peter Frampton, the first time I met him, he handed me his black Les Paul, and I handed it right back to him. Larry Carlton handed me his 335. I handed it right back to him. I'm not going to play this.
You're not.
I've had so many people hand me their guitars, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Right. Okay, well, how about your guitar?
Mm-hmm.
Signature Gibson, big deal. Double cutaway. What's the glory of the double cutaway, and what's the extra glory about the signature model, yours?
I like the double cutaway because it's easy to play high up on the E and A string, because I do a lot of leads where I will play a lot of extended positions and things like that up in the low strings, and that's one of the few guitars
I see
like an SG that you can have really good access to the high frets.
I see.
But especially on the low strings.
Mm-hmm. And on an acoustic, what's your trip?
I have a Gibson 1957 Country Western that's amazing, that I've had forever. It's one of the best sounding and best recording guitars. I also have a J45 and I have a Martin D28, but I prefer the Country Western.
Why do you prefer the Country Western?
It just sounds, it's got the most balanced mid-range. I mean, it's a perfect recording guitar.
That's
sounds
kind
so
of
good
for them. Sure. Okay, that's great. All right. So in terms of the subject du jour, which is this universal thing that's hanging over your head, where they just constantly coming at you and you're just claiming fair use and you're telling everybody that it's fair use, and it seems like a cut and dry thing. The last time I remember checking in, there was maybe somebody Universal was going to bring it up the ladder, help pull the string. How's this shaping up right now?
Well, I mean, all the claims that my lawyer has fought, we've won. Mm-hmm. So we pretty much have run out of claims now at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So
they claimed every video that I have music in. They've claimed.
So, but the channel is humming along, and we don't expect the whole thing to get pulled down anytime soon.
No, all the things that were in process. I mean, I had a couple copyright strikes and everything that were fought, and we won.
Oh, that's right. You can only get 3 of them, right?
Yeah, 3, right. I had 2.
Yeah.
And so it's It's all gotten sorted out now, but not without the expense of paying a lawyer every month. I mean, it's, you know,
It's significant.
it's significant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when they fought, my lawyer has fought probably 3,000, 4,000 claims, something like
goodness.
that. Yeah.
What a news.
Because it's multiple claims in a video. If I do top 20 acoustic guitar intros, there's a claim on every single one, you know?
Right.
There's 20 claims for one video.
It's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yep.
Right on. Well, I'm glad to hear that that's coming along, shaping up. And
Appreciate it.
very curious, you just mentioned that you talked to, I always figured you'd talk to somebody here in town today. You talked to Neal today.
Yep.
Who else-
I can't waste an opportunity, Jimmy, coming to a new.
No, of course.
I don't come to San Francisco.
I knew what
often.
you were doing today without even asking, right? And so who else is coming down the pike? Who's on the bucket list?
Oh, you know. I mean, I'd love to interview Keith Richards and Jimmy Page,
Of course you would. Yes.
Pete Townsend.
Yes.
You know, I mean, those are Paul McCartney.
And is there one that stands out? Is there an artist that ever gave you the most sage piece of artist knowledge ever dropped?
Oh my gosh. I mean, there's so many. There's so many. I learn things from every interview. And that's it's kind of like when I used to teach lessons, I always would tell my friends, I learn more than the students learn. Right. And
I've played this game.
I learned so much because I ask all the questions that I want to know the answers to. And I think it's kind of like I ask, I guess, the questions that musicians want to know the answers to. And I always talk about music. I talk about the song. I talk about the playing, you know.
That's why we tune into you. Yes. And that's why we're here tonight. And you got a show to do. And so the live show is, I'm kind of surprised. It's like San Francisco seems like the only West Coast stop. And then mostly you're jetting off to Europe next year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have, the last time I did this was 3 years ago. And I've probably done, I bet this is my 12th date I've ever done.
Yeah.
Something like that. And, you know, I've got 3 kids that are in high school and junior high and stuff. So it's tough to get away. That's why I don't do any extended things. And I like, you know, I like to keep doing stuff for my channel. And but it's nice to get out and meet people like yourself and to go to, you know.
Yeah, and we all feel like we know you because we've watched the videos for so long. You're doing great with that, but it's great to see you in person.
Well, I like to think,
realize that this is an actual guy.
Yeah, but I like to think that if people watch my videos, they know me. I'm exactly the same in person, I think. And anybody that meets me, I would say, says that. They're like, I always say, do I look the same in person? And like, yeah, you look exactly the same. Because no one's ever like, are you Rick Beato? They're like, oh, I love your videos, or I hate your videos, or, you know.
Right on.
So.
Well, it's cool that you get to come out and meet your public. Thanks for taking some time here. Guitar Player is proud to have you, and we hope you have a killer show tonight. Break a leg.
Appreciate it.
All right, cheers.
Thanks.